welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to be talking about how to know if a man is interested or not in you. Number one is communication. I always measure the quality and the quantity of communication that I have with somebody. When a man is very interested in you, and that always happens in the beginning of a relationship when he's trying to pursue you and just during the chase, he's going to communicate so much with you. He will actually kind of bug you. He'll be blowing up your phone, sending you text messages and calls and just communicating with you on all kinds of social media. And as the interest dwindles down, then you start to notice that you're the one who's reaching out a lot. And he's taking so much time to answer you. You could even wait for 2 days for an answer, for God's sake. And you're like, what were you doing? You don't really know what he was up to. So that is one of the indicators of the fact that he's not interested or losing interest. And if a man is interested in you, he will really try to keep up this communication and just let you know that, hey, I'm here, I'm present. Number two has to be the quality of the dates. I noticed, so this is my own personal experience. I dated this guy who was not that interested in me, and I noticed that the dates were just not up to par. It was not up to par at all. First of all, the dates were on his conditions. I could just he would ring me and he'd tell me, okay, so I'm free between this and this time, I'll come pick you up here and then we'll go here and here. And we never went to anywhere fancy or anywhere crowded. Actually, I noticed. I mean, this guy was like trying to hide me or something. He was taking, first of all, we had a lot of dates in the evenings, and that's basically because he had a really crazy schedule and he was working during the day. So we had dates in the evening and they were kind of timed, surprisingly. It was like, so we have to go on this date, but it has to get finished by 10 p.m. so I can do this and do that, blah blah blah. So that definitely for me is a serious red flag when it comes to dates. He better have time to spend on you, and he better take you to he doesn't have to take you to a fancy place, but for God's sake, he has to take you to a bit of a crowded place in public so that he can show you off. He can show that you can see that you're his main girl and you guys are dating. And number three for me has to be if his friends or not, or sometimes when you're with a guy and he receives a text message or something happens the day before with a friend, and he'll kind of tell you the story or something if it's really interesting. And a guy who wants to keep you will tell you, oh, my friend Jimmy or my friend Derek did this and this. And you might never have met the friends, but he tries to include you in this in the friendship fold. So he tells you about his friends, and he tells you he talks to you about them with the first names, and you see pictures of them, them, basically. And a guy who's not that interested in you will not feel the need to tell you about his friends, and will not feel the need to include you in that circle. So he might tell you a funny thing that happened with a friend, but he'll say, oh, my friend, and you just don't know the friends. And also, if you do meet his friends, if he does introduce you to his friends, that is a very, very good sign. If he doesn't introduce you to his friends, then that could show that he's not planning on keeping you around for a long time. You're just the good time Sally. Number four, does he talk about the future? It's very important that a man talks to you about the future, that he lets you know that he thinks of you, as future potential. Some men who are not interested will not even want to make plans for tomorrow or next week because they don't know if they're going to be with you, And I think that is very important, that you know that he wants to keep you. Number five, this is the most common excuse that men who are not interested in you come up with. I'm too busy. You can ask him, oh, can you accompany me for this and this event? Can we go on a date on this and this day? And then he'll tell you, oh, you know what, I'm too busy. And for some men it might be true, but in my experience I've noticed that these guys are not too busy to be hanging out with their friends, not too busy to be doing a lot of things that they're too busy to be doing with you. So in my opinion, he's just not that interested. These are just a couple of points that will kind of guide you and show you if a man is interested or is not interested. Bye guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye bye. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.